Good morning. This is the Meet the Neighbour that should have been in person, but unfortunately, due to commitments as a teacher, Cambolc online learning community working at the epicentre will be having to come to you by video. I am, to give a brief description of myself, an ex-agricultural researcher. I am here teaching some agricultural students at Harper Agricultural College. I have done some extensive research into nitrogen loss from crops in a former life. Here I'm growing lots of different things, and also with a setup where we're sampling gas. We would have gone to the field situation, and we were doing stuff with North Hydro at the time. I have also, over the years, been director of the Telework Association, which was founded originally, and this handbook is from about 2000, when the idea of remote working was initially first talked about. I use, within my job, lots of things to do with Google Classroom. So I've been using these extensively since 2016 at least. It was coming out a few years before that. So we've got a vast range of experiences. Recently, since about 2000 and I forget when it actually came out, we've been using Raspberry Pis for everything from AI to the Internet of Things to teaching. So I use one of these as my main desktop. It's a great backup system. It doesn't actually rely heavily on the fact that you might not have the internet, as it has its own apps, LibreOffice installed. Local storage, great solution. As you can see, it is fully functioning. I will be using this a little bit later to illustrate some of the things we're doing. So we do everything from advise on AI through to even getting involved in ideas with how people can actually progress their careers with this as a starter guide. One of the authors of this, Tracy, a friend of mine, is also the coder for something that I'll discuss a little bit later, which is an interactive entertainment platform called FloxXR, and this is something that we'll be using in the Havel Science Festival. We'll also be doing a little bit of my former life, square foot gardening in the Monday with the local Sturma nurseries. Here we have some of our Google Classrooms that we are using as our learning management platform. They contain a number of different activities. One here is our Havel Festival activity. Because we're online, of course, we always consider safeguarding. We have on the feed here the stream, the various different resources, links to our social media, articles that we then are posting in classwork. We can then split our learning platform into various different class learning tools, which we have here at the top. So some of these are really interesting. Study partner that can prompt you to actually think further. Using Gemini, a AI from within the Google Classroom and Google Workspace universe. You can set up things like notebook LM that can be shared across your classroom and your group of learners, collaborators, whatever you want to actually term them. We have here some general, and as we develop it, you will see that we've got various different topics, some of them that we will be showcasing in the Havelock Festival. We've got Monday a session on square foot gardening with Sturma Nurseries, and we've also got here interactive entertainment programming. Down the side here, we have various other ones that we are developing. So here we've got a Cambolc holistic well-being for lifelong learning. It's one of the things that we do like to do. Again, here we've got various different feeds from in our stream. When we say classwork, this is basically a way of organising our learning experiences. An interesting one here with Anthropic today being announced as suing the US government over being listed as a risk to a supply chain because AI is no longer considered to, from Anthropic, considered to be a safe product for the US government to use for various different reasons. Again, classwork allows us to actually put various different topics in. As this develops, this classroom, if you so choose to subscribe to it, will be using some of the Google Workspace tools that we are offering a discount to in the link. There should be a discount link that you will see. LinkedIn, here we go, discount link, Google Workspace for Business. We are trying to make Google Classroom more accessible and also explaining some of the general Google Workspace tools. AI risk is becoming more and more of a topic, and as we go forward, we will be showcasing more. So, in conclusion, we have here a little poster that gives you a few links that if you scan the QR code you can go to the LinkedIn newsletter. The latest one is about the importance of being vigilant about your AI use. Having an AI audit prepared on your implementation can save you a lot of problems. Microsoft environments, Amazon AWS environments. Anthropic has just been declared as somebody that's a risk by the US government, so that has lots of business strategy and also business continuity problems for them, because if they are actually told, well, you are a risk, they might not be able to supply certain people that also do government contracts. So having yourself audited and even having a plan about why you're actually going to use AI could save you a lot of problems in the long run, both legal and also strategic, in the fact that your intended use of AI might not actually be possible. One of the things that I am also very keen on doing is exploring the world of the Internet of Things and also internet tools such as foxexo.com, which is immersive entertainment platform. We normally think about this as gaming, and it really does allow youngsters and adults to experience through a block coding medium the ability to actually create games, and it also breeds understanding. If you understand the process, when you actually go to use your agentic or your coding AI as a non-coder, it's very possible that you could produce your own APIs and apps that basically automate your processes. Programming language now, according to one IBM engineer, is English, because we don't need to actually talk the same way as we did years ago in computer language. We don't have to do basic things like assembler or machine code or learn programming languages anymore, because we can talk to our computers. And realising that is going to be a great step forward for a lot of businesses. However, you still need people like myself who are available to advise you on the best way of going about doing that, because it's a process. Okay, so do apologise for the clash with other customers or potential customers, in this case a teaching agency, for my video almost max headroom experience of doing Meet the Neighbour. So thank you for listening. This is Phil Spalding of Cambridge Online Learning Community.